Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today, we're going to be looking at a company called Limo Everywhere.
Okay.
And they offer a suite of services for limo businesses.
Uh-huh.
And there's a lot to unpack here, so let's get right to it.
Sounds good.
They offer 9 services, and they are dispatch, phone answering, chat support, email marketing, web development,
Wow.
marketing, CRM, reservation management, and SEO support.
Okay, so basically everything a limo business would need
That's the idea.
to run smoothly.
Yeah, kind of a one-stop shop to really kind of optimize all the operations of a limo business.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So let's start off by talking about their dispatch services. So obviously, like with limo businesses, people are expecting to be picked up on time
Right.
and taken to where they need to go, like reliably.
Mm-hmm.
So they offer this dispatch service where they manage fleets, they optimize routes, and they send scheduling reminders to make sure that everything is running smoothly.
So it's like not just the basic, like, okay, we'll send a car there at this time, but really thinking through all the logistics and the things that could go wrong, like somebody needs to change their pickup location or there's traffic.
And they even send reminders to the passengers.
Oh, that's smart.
So like, hey, your ride's going to be there in 15 minutes, just so everybody's on the same page.
That's a nice touch.
Yeah, I think it's a really important part because a lot of times with limo businesses, it's like, you're dealing with a lot of moving parts.
Right.
You got to make sure that the drivers know where they're going.
Yeah, a lot of coordination.
And the passengers know when they're going to be picked up. And
yeah,
it's all just very streamlined.
that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, so moving on to phone answering services. So this is something that's, I think, really important for any business.
Yeah, especially in the service industry.
Especially in the service industry, but especially for limo businesses. Because you want to make sure that when somebody calls, they're greeted by a professional, somebody who knows what they're doing, can answer their question,
Right.
book a reservation for them. And so Limo Everywhere offers this phone answering service where they have a team of professionals who are dedicated to answering the phones for limo businesses.
It frees up the limo company to do other things too.
Exactly.
Like they don't have to be tied to the phone all the time.
Yeah, they can focus on actually, running their business, providing the service.
Like a service and everything else.
Right.
So, I think that's a really valuable service.
Yeah, it's like having a virtual receptionist.
Exactly. Okay, and then moving on to chat support.
Okay.
So this is kind of like phone answering services, but in the digital age.
Right, for people who prefer to chat.
Right, so, a lot of people nowadays, they don't really like talking on the phone.
I'm one of those people.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd much rather chat. And so they offer this chat support service where customers can basically go on the website or, wherever they're interacting with the limo business, and they can chat with a representative.
Okay.
And get their questions answered.
That's convenient.
Make a reservation, whatever they need to do. So it's just another way to make sure the customers are getting the support they need.
Yeah, and it's instant too.
Right, exactly.
No waiting for an email reply.
Exactly, yeah. Okay, so moving on to email marketing.
Okay.
This is, I think, something that a lot of businesses overlook.
Yeah, it's easy to just send out like a mass email to everyone.
Right, but it's not very effective.
Oh.
And so Limo Everywhere offers this email marketing service where they help limo businesses create targeted email campaigns
Oh, that's interesting.
that are designed to engage their customers.
So how does that work?
Well, they'll help them segment their email lists
Okay.
so they can send different emails to different types of customers. Like maybe you have a list of customers who have booked a limo in the past for a wedding.
Right.
You can send them emails about, anniversary specials
Oh, that's a good idea.
or, things like that. Or maybe you have a list of customers who have booked a limo for a corporate event. You can send them emails about, discounts on airport transportation.
Yeah, tailor it to their needs.
Exactly. So it's all about making sure that the emails are relevant to the people who are receiving them.
Makes sense.
So they're more likely to actually open them and read them
Right.
and, take action.
Right.
So, I think that's a really important part of any marketing strategy. Okay, so moving on to web development.
Okay.
So this is obviously a huge part of any business nowadays.
Yeah, you gotta have a website.
You have a website,
Especially.
and you gotta have a good website.
Absolutely. It's your first impression.
Exactly. And so Limo Everywhere offers this web development service where they design websites specifically for limo businesses.
Oh, so they're not just using like a generic template.
Right, exactly.
They're really
right.
customizing it.
Yeah, they're really taking the time to understand the limo business and what their needs are and what their customers are looking for. And they're designing a website that's going to really showcase their services.
That makes a lot of sense.
Make it easy for people to book a reservation, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that's a really valuable service, especially for limo businesses who maybe don't have the time or the expertise to build their own website.
Right, or the resources.
Exactly. Okay, so then there's marketing.
Okay.
Now, they don't really go into a lot of detail about what their marketing services entail, but they do say that they help limo businesses attract more customers.
Well, that's the goal.
Right. So I'm assuming that they offer a variety of different marketing services.
Yeah, probably like social media advertising.
Right, exactly. So like social media marketing, paid advertising, search engine optimization.
Local partnerships, maybe.
Yeah, local partnerships, all that kind of stuff.
It's a broad category.
Yeah, it's a very broad category. But I think it's safe to say that they have a team of experts who know what they're doing and can help limo businesses get more customers. Okay, so moving on to CRM.
Okay.
Which stands for Customer Relationship Management.
Right.
And this is basically a system for managing all of your customer interactions.
So like keeping track of all your clients.
Exactly. So, keeping track of their contact information, their past bookings, their preferences.
Okay.
Maybe they like a certain type of champagne.
Oh, that's a good detail.
Or, they have a certain allergy.
Right.
Things like that. So it's all about making sure that you have all that information in one place.
Makes sense.
So you can provide a more personalized experience for your customers.
Yeah, it's like a super-powered address book.
Exactly. And, I think it's really important for limo businesses because, you're dealing with a lot of high-end clients.
Absolutely.
Who expect a certain level of service. And so having a CRM system in place can really help you meet those expectations.
Yeah, make them feel valued.
Exactly. Okay, so then there's reservation management.
Yeah.
And this is basically a system for making it easy for customers to book a limo.
Okay.
So, they can go online, they can fill out a form, they can choose their vehicle, they can choose their pickup time, their drop-off time.
It's convenient.
Yeah, it's very convenient. And it's also convenient for the limo business because it automates a lot of the process.
That was paperwork.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
So, they don't have to manually enter in all the reservation information. It's all done automatically.
Makes things more efficient.
Exactly. Okay, and then finally, there's SEO support.
Okay. That's important these days.
Yeah, it's huge. So SEO stands for search engine optimization.
Right.
And it's basically the process of making sure that your website shows up high in the search results when people search for relevant keywords.
So like if someone searches for limo service in city.
Right, exactly. And so Limo Everywhere offers this SEO support service where they help limo businesses optimize their websites for search engines. So they'll do things like keyword research. They'll make sure that the website's content is well-written and informative. They'll build backlinks to the website.
So it's more than just like putting keywords everywhere.
Right. It's a lot more complicated than that.
Yeah.
But it's really important because if your website's not showing up high in the search results,
people can't find you.
People aren't going to find you. And you're going to lose out on a lot of business.
That makes sense.
So, I think that's a really valuable service that Limo Everywhere offers. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for Limo Everywhere.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, they offer a lot of different services.
They really do cover everything.
But I think it's really interesting how they've kind of put it all together.
Yeah, it's a whole ecosystem.
Yeah, it's like a complete package for limo businesses.
So what do you think, how do you think this is going to change the limo industry?
Well, I think it has the potential to really streamline things, make it easier for limo businesses to operate, easier for customers to book a limo. I think it could really raise the bar for the whole industry.
Yeah, make it more professional.
Exactly.
More customer-centric. It's exciting to think about.
Yeah, and I think it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out, how limo businesses actually use these services.
Right.
And how it impacts their business. But I think it's definitely a step in the right direction.
I agree. So for all you limo businesses out there, what do you think, how can you use these services to really stand out?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think it's something for everyone to think about. All right, well, that's it for our deep dive on Limo Everywhere. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.